Niko Bellic stands on a rusty cargo ship called the Platypus, sailing toward Liberty City. He's left behind the horrors of war in Eastern Europe, searching for a fresh start. His cousin Roman has been sending letters for years, bragging about his mansions, sports cars, and beautiful women. Niko crosses the ocean believing he's finally escaping his bloody past. As the ship cuts through dark waters, Liberty City's lights shimmer in the distance, like a promise. But deep in his heart, Niko knows he's also hunting for someone, a traitor from his military unit who destroyed everything. Niko finally arrives at Roman's place, expecting luxury. Instead, he finds a tiny, run-down taxi depot in Brooker, the poorest part of the city. Roman isn't a millionaire. He's drowning in gambling debts and loan shark problems. The mansion is a cramped apartment. The women are just Roman's on-and-off girlfriend, Mallory. Niko feels betrayed, but says nothing. Roman is still family, and family is all Niko has left. That same night, Roman's creditors, dangerous men working for a loan shark named Vladivostok, come demanding money. Niko realizes Liberty City won't give him peace. It will demand blood.
A sleazy Russian named Vlad keeps coming around, disrespecting Roman and flirting with Mallory. Vlad works for the Russian mob, collecting debts and acting tough. Niko does small jobs for him, hating every second but needing the money. Then Niko discovers the truth. Vlad has been sleeping with Mallory behind Roman's back. When Niko confronts him, Vlad laughs and insults Roman. Big mistake. Niko chases Vlad through the industrial docks of Hove Beach and corners him. Despite Vlad begging for his life, Niko shoots him dead. It feels good for a moment. Then Niko realizes he's just killed a made man in the Russian mob. War is coming.
Mikhail Faustin and Dmitry Raskolov, two Russian mob bosses, summon Niko to explain why he killed their employee. Niko expects to die. Instead, Faustin, a violent psychopath, laughs. He never liked Vlad anyway. Faustin is unstable, screaming one moment and friendly the next, addicted to cocaine and paranoid. His partner Dmitry seems calmer, more reasonable. Faustin gives Niko work, violent, bloody work. Niko becomes their enforcer, doing jobs that make him feel like he's back in the war. Meanwhile, Dmitry quietly tells Niko that Faustin's madness is becoming a problem for everyone. Something dark is being planned. Dmitry meets Niko secretly. He explains that Faustin's violence is bringing too much attention from the police and rival gangs. The mob families want Faustin dead, and Dmitry needs Niko to do it. Niko hesitates. Faustin gave him work when he had nothing. But Dmitry promises protection and money. Reluctantly, Niko agrees. He lures Faustin to an abandoned warehouse and shoots him. As Faustin dies, he smiles sadly, saying he knew Dmitry would betray him eventually. Niko feels sick. Days later, Dmitry calls for a meeting. Niko arrives to find Dmitry with Ray Bulgarin, a Russian crime lord from Niko's past, the man Niko once crossed in Europe. Plot twist: Dmitry has sold Niko out to his old enemy. Niko barely escapes Dmitry's ambush. Bulgarin wants him dead for a deal gone wrong years ago in Europe. Now Dmitry has joined forces with Bulgarin, taking over the Russian mob operations. Niko's life falls apart completely. His cousin's taxi depot gets burned down. Niko and Roman lose everything and have to move to Bohan, an even worse neighborhood. Roman is devastated, blaming Niko for bringing death to their doorstep. Niko swears revenge against Dmitry, but needs allies. He starts working for other crime families, building connections while hunting for his betrayer. The American dream has become a blood-soaked nightmare. Through his work, Niko meets the Pegorino crime family, an Italian mob family trying to earn respect in Liberty City. He also works for the McCreary family, an Irish mob clan running jobs in Dukes and Algonquin. The McCreary brothers, Packy, Derek, and Francis, become some of Niko's closest allies. Packy is funny and loyal. Derek is a drug-addicted former IRA fighter haunted by his past, just like Niko. Francis is a corrupt cop pretending to be honest. Niko finds dark friendship with these broken men. They understand violence, they understand survival. For the first time since arriving in America, Niko isn't completely alone. Niko's reputation grows. He starts working for Playboy X, a successful drug dealer who pretends to be a community activist, and Dwayne Forge, Playboy's former mentor, just released from prison. Playboy lives in luxury while Dwayne is depressed and broken. Over time, Niko sees that Playboy is all flash, no substance, a fake. Dwayne, despite his depression, has real loyalty and heart. Then Playboy calls Niko with a job: kill Dwayne. Playboy sees his old mentor as dead weight. Decision point. Niko must choose who to kill, the fake friend with connections or the real friend who's suffering. Most players choose to kill Playboy, revealing GTA's moral core. Real loyalty matters more than money. Niko continues searching for Florian Kravik, one of two men from his military unit who could be the traitor that got their squad killed years ago. He finally tracks Florian to Liberty City, but when Niko finds him, plot twist, Florian is now Bernie Crane, living openly as a gay man, completely harmless and terrified. Bernie cries, swearing he wasn't the traitor. Niko believes him. That means the real betrayer is Darko Breivik, the other survivor. Bernie, despite his fear, helps Niko and becomes an unlikely friend. Even Bernie's boyfriend is a corrupt deputy mayor, giving Niko more connections. The search for Darko continues, but now Niko knows he's hunting the right man. Niko meets Michelle, a beautiful woman who seems interested in him. They date, and for a brief moment, Niko feels almost normal. Someone sees him as more than a killer. Then, plot twist. Michelle reveals she's actually Karen, a government agent. She's been spying on Niko the whole time for the United Liberty Paper Agency, a shadowy government organization. They want to use Niko as an assassin for national security jobs. Niko is furious and heartbroken, but he has no choice. The government now owns him. They promise to help find Darko if Niko does their dirty work. Love was just another lie in Liberty City. Packy McCreary approaches Niko with a huge opportunity, robbing the Bank of Liberty in Algonquin. They assemble a crew and plan carefully. The heist is intense. They fight through noose teams, take hostages, and blast their way through police. The score is massive, but the escape is chaos. They barely make it out alive through subway tunnels while the entire city hunts them. Despite the violence, Niko and Packy succeed. For once, Niko has real money. But money can't buy back his innocence or bring back the brothers he lost in the war. The cash feels hollow in his hands. Derek McCreary, the drug-addicted brother, asks Niko to kill his own brother Francis, the corrupt cop. Francis asks Niko to kill Derek. Decision point. Another impossible choice between two terrible men. Whichever brother dies, the McCreary family is broken forever. Niko realizes Liberty City forces everyone to become a monster. There are no good choices, only different shades of blood. The job is done, and Niko collects his money, but the McCreary family gatherings are never the same. Death has a way of poisoning everything it touches, even families that were already poisoned to begin with. A subplot involving stolen diamonds runs through the story. These diamonds belong to Jewish mob figures, then get stolen again. Niko gets involved peripherally. The diamonds represent everything about Liberty City. Everyone fighting over shiny objects while destroying each other. Eventually, the diamonds are lost completely, thrown into a garbage truck during a deal gone wrong. All that death and betrayal for nothing. The diamonds are literally trash now, somewhere in a landfill. It's the perfect metaphor for the American dream Niko was chasing. Valuable from a distance, worthless up close. The United Liberty Paper Agency finally delivers on their promise. They've found Darko Breivik, the traitor from Niko's past. Darko is brought to Liberty City and thrown at Niko's feet at the airport. The man Niko has been hunting, the reason he came to America, is now before him, weak, pathetic, destroyed by years of drug addiction. Darko admits everything. He betrayed the unit for $1,000 to buy drugs. Their brothers died for less than the price of a used car. Decision point: Niko can execute Darko or let him live. If Niko kills him, Roman says revenge won't bring peace. If Niko spares him, Roman says he's proud. Either way, the moment feels empty. Revenge doesn't heal wounds. Jimmy Pegorino, the Italian mob boss Niko's been working for, is desperate to make a major deal with Dmitry Raskolov, the man who betrayed Niko. Pegorino doesn't care about Niko's history. He wants respect and money. He orders Niko to work with Dmitry on a major heroin deal. Niko is disgusted. The man who destroyed his life is now his business partner, and his boss doesn't care. Critical decision point. Roman begs Niko to take the deal. The money could change their lives forever. Niko's new girlfriend, Kate McReary, begs him to refuse. Some lines shouldn't be crossed. This choice determines the ending of the entire game. If Niko takes the deal, he meets Dmitry on a cargo ship for the heroin exchange. Plot twist: Dmitry betrays everyone again, stealing the money and the drugs. Niko has to fight through an army of guards on the ship. He kills Dmitry's men, but Dmitry escapes. Later, Roman calls Niko, excited about his upcoming wedding to Mallory. At the wedding, Niko stands as best man. During the celebration, Pegorino, enraged about losing the deal, drives by to kill Niko. He shoots wildly. Devastating twist. A stray bullet kills Roman instead. Niko's only family, his cousin who brought him to America, dies in Niko's arms at his own wedding. The price of the deal is everything. Roman is dead. Niko is destroyed. At the funeral, Niko makes a promise on Roman's grave. Both Dmitry and Pegorino will die. With Packy and Jacob's help, Niko tracks Pegorino to a casino in Alderney. A massive shootout erupts. Niko chases Pegorino, who escapes in a speedboat. Niko commandeers a helicopter and pursues him across the water. Finally, on Happiness Island, beneath the Statue of Liberty, that symbol of American dreams, Niko corners Pegorino on the beach. Pegorino dies begging. Days later, Dmitry is located. Niko storms his hiding place and executes him. 2 men dead. Roman still gone. Liberty City has taken everything from Niko, leaving him alone with his vengeance. If Niko refuses the deal, Kate is proud. Roman is disappointed but understands. Niko goes to kill Dmitry instead at the heroin deal, refusing to work with his betrayer. After a brutal battle on the cargo ship, Niko finally kills Dmitry. The traitor dies screaming. Niko feels some peace, at least one wrong is righted. Later, Roman's wedding day arrives. It's beautiful. Mallory is pregnant. Kate attends as Niko's date. Outside the church, Pegorino, insane with rage over the lost deal, tries to kill Niko. He shoots. Devastating twist. The bullet hits Kate instead. She dies instantly. The woman who begged Niko to stay honorable dies because he did the right thing. Roman survives, but Niko loses love. Kate is dead. Niko is hollow. At her funeral, the McReary family is destroyed. Packy, losing another family member, helps Niko find Pegorino. They track him to the same casino in Alderney. Another massive battle.
Pegorino escapes by speedboat. Niko chases in a helicopter. On Happiness Island, beneath the Statue of Liberty, Niko finally corners Jimmy Pegorino on the beach. Pegorino dies pathetically, begging like the coward he is. Niko stands alone on the beach, the statue looming behind him. Roman calls, "Mallory had their baby. There's new life in the family." But Niko can't feel joy. He's killed so many people. Kate is still dead. The cycle of violence continues.
Both endings are tragedies. Niko came to America chasing Roman's lies about the American dream. He came to escape war and find the man who betrayed him. In the end, Liberty City gave him nothing but more blood. Whether Roman dies or Kate dies, Niko loses someone he loves. Dimitri and Pegorino die, but revenge doesn't heal anything. In the final phone call, Niko's friends check on him. He sounds tired, broken. Roman, if alive, or Mallory talks about moving forward. But Niko knows the truth. Liberty City doesn't let people escape. The American dream is a lie. The city chews people up and spits them out. Niko survived, but he's not sure surviving was worth it. Final twist. There are no happy endings in Liberty City, only survivors.